Hey guys, welcome back. Gonna head right into this. Oh, Taran? Oh, we'll let you pass for free. We'll do this one time. Unless you find another one. Okay, so this character is OCD. Okay, it's just OCD. So I need to choose a random subject to speak about in this episode. I don't know what to speak about. Looks like the things that are in my room. Video games. Movies. More video games. Collectibles. Movies. There's something. The weird thing for me is that I've been like a pretty big Mega Man fan for a while. And I kickstarted Mega Man. And for me, I find that it's been a little bit strange. Hold on. Turn this down. Because the music feels loud to me. I've been a big fan of Mighty Number 9 for a very long time, and I think one of my biggest issues with it is, Mega Man. Not Mighty Number 9 since it's announced, I'm a fan of. I'm a big fan of Mega Man since it came out. And, like, it's hard for me some days to distinguish nostalgia from what I actually deem as good. So I often find myself second-guessing everything I say about a game that I played when I was younger. Some games I never had that issue with, like some people did, to a horrific degree, say like Final Fantasy VII, which is a good game, it's just that people just don't like it when people criticize it, and like the same issue comes when people do like Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. But like, it's just like, oh, you criticize this game just like a little bit. Oh, you know. And unless you're like fairly well known online, people just like will crucify you for suggesting Ocarina of Time was the greatest game ever made. But it's not. Since the greatest game ever made is just terribly subjective depending on the person. It's horribly hard to just actually like okay. Break this right. Back a couple of minutes. Too high. Good job. But like, it's like, anyway, speaking on the subject of nostalgia, it was always weird for me because it was like, did I enjoy playing Mega Man? Because like, clearly I loved roguelike games, and Mega Man was a 2D side-scroller action-adventure platformer game. And I mean, Rogue Legacy is a 2D side-scroller action-adventure roguelike game. For me, the only thing that separates roguelikes and adventure games are basically whether or not the layouts are stable. Wow, I don't like that room. I'm just trying to find the Blobster. But yeah, like, I really enjoy the Mega Man franchise just as a whole. Because, it's, you know, they're challenging games, they're well built and well designed. Oh, he did die in it. Penalty crit. Oh well. Seeing how bad that section that could have gone. Anyways. But this type of game has just been a game that I've enjoyed playing for a very long time. They put that in the worst part of the castle. Those random teleporters are way more fun when they're in like the starter part of the castle and they just rob you into the most biggest shit show you can imagine. But, oh well. Okay, well, healing fountain, which will come in handy whenever I need it. So like for real's nothing in here. Alright, okay. So at least this isn't too hard to get back to. It's a pretty straight run. Anyways, but I always enjoyed the aesthetics of a Mega Man game, you know? The Mega Man is completely beatable by what is given to you off the start of the game. And Rogue Legacy is kinda like that, but not really, because let's be honest. Like, assuming you can just beat the game of Rogue Legacy when you're playing like a level fuck nothing character. Oh, so much money wasted. These bastards. Anyways. Yeah, no, that can wait. Okay, but like Mega Man has been around for a number of years, like a number of years. He's one of the oldest video game characters and most easily recognizable gaming characters in history. Like, is that a bad thing? No, not at all. But like, the simple fact is that it's always hard for me to gauge what's nostalgia and what is just, like, horrible, biased nature, you know? Everything they smelled in there wasn't eyeballs, and they just gave me like $2,003. Yeah, that was worth it. I was hoping to get a blueprint. There's nothing in here for me to game. I could try and do that fairy chest room.
It looks like I'm pretty much done the Underdark.
Oh, it's weird, that one room over there seems to be missing its wall. So those other two rooms over there seem to be missing their walls. Anyways, but like, Mega Man basically fathered the style of game, you know. Definitely wasn't the first. Pretty sure it wasn't the first. Metroid might, I'm pretty sure Metroid came up before Mega Man. God, all those games came out so close together, I'm honestly unsure. that thing where I am going to leave for greener pastures. So I'm gonna punch enemies and heal up off of them for a little bit. But like, you look at Mega Man and it's one of those series where people are like, oh, the Mega Man series is great. And I'm like, that feels like a biased opinion to me. Because, like, people are like, oh, man, fucking Call of Duty, man. Games. Like, I can't believe they put out the same game every year. And then I look back at, like... And then you look back at, like, the Mega Man games, it's just like, oh, wow, thanks, guys. It's like, oh, yeah. But like the Mega Man games put out basically a game every year for like 12 years, and everyone is like, nah, get the pass. And I'm like, it's just because the sheeple have more of an opinion now. So you notice stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, Call of Duty remains the biggest selling franchise of all time. One of my favorite FPS series in current years is Battlefield. And it's just like, it's hard for me to remain unbiased at times, just because I have a very low opinion of most people. And this is usually my biggest issue. Like, I think people can do great things, but often enough, I think not everybody should have an equal opinion. And I find that that's my biggest issue with the internet, is their biggest opinion. I mean, it allows me to have an opinion, allows me to do whatever I feel like, and that's great. I super enjoy that fact, but like... Anyways. But like, people complain so readily about the Call of Duty series for like not innovating or doing anything. But like, way back when, yeah, Mega Man, or the Blue Bomber, or whatever you choose to call him, was very influential, but I found that people just gave him too easily a pass for that type of thing. Wow. Huh. I healed more than I lost in that room, but still. Didn't expect that. Huh. Bastard. Oh, I'll stay. Like one more room, and then I'll go back and try and try the new boss. But like, it is a bit of an issue for me when I hear people talk about the unoriginality in games nowadays. And it legitimately does kind of bother me to hear that conversation take place, because I think people seem to think that nowadays games got less original than they did like a decade ago or 2 decades ago, because everybody still just hops on the train. It's just that some games are just way more influential than others, you know? Like, you look at the success of stuff like even though like Metroidvania games never caught on to such an extreme, because even though Super Metroid was super good and Symphony of the Night was also very, very good, it's just Metroid games never caught on quite as heavily as you would think they would have, especially under those circumstances. Which is a little bit weird, to be honest. But then, like, you look at some games that just basically brought about like gaming's revolution. This could be useful. Well, I think I'm gonna go look for this first. It is down. That only bodes well, because down does not have a lot of stuff left in it. Oh my god, it's in this room. Of course it's in this room. It's like right effing below me, too. love the Mega Man series, don't get me wrong. It may sound like I'm kind of hating on it, but as a gaming society, we do give Mega Man this inexplicable pass for some reason. And it does honestly bother me that we do. Just because it was a classic game, we shouldn't automatically give it a pass based around... Anyways, but like, we shouldn't just give it an auto pass. Cool. Fancy room. For the bracers, eh? That's good. Shit. Now this room is gonna fill with these fucking things. What do I get? Ranger sword. That's good. That's a really strong sword. Royal helm. Cool. That's 2 really good drops I just got. Wow. I'm super happy they decided to not let that take damage to me. But anyways, it does really bother me that when people just seem to give Mega Man this auto pass for being, oh, it's a Mega Man game. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna take way too much damage doing that. It's like, it's Mega Man gets an auto pass. I'm like, listen, I get it. Nostalgia is a powerful thing, but it should not be an auto pass for any game. Any game should be held to like the same type of standards, just shy of like technical limitations. And well, yes, you know, Call of Duty could change. It could easily change. It should be held to the standards of today, but that is okay. Because Mega Man, although it was held to the standards of its day, thanks to like other games that happened in that era, especially when Mega Man made the jump to Mega Man X and games like Super Metroid came out, it was very clear that they could have done something vastly different with the series after like Mega Man X and like Mega Man X2, but they just chose not to, and that honestly bothers me. But at the same time, Mega Man was a safe game, he was super popular, and nobody cared. As long as you were giving them like a Mega Man game like once a year, you were probably going to have a winner. Okay guys, Herodotus, Herodotus. Take 2 hits. times I'm gonna throw a chakram out, and I'm just gonna get like a half dozen kills out of it. I think I just did it. And I beat the second last boss. Max weight load, HP, and armor increase. Cool. Fucking did it. Go, Chakram, go! Too bad I wasn't playing like... I'd be playing like what? Oh my god, what would I be playing? I'd be playing like a barbarian queen with Chakram, and then I'd have to name her Xena. That'd be Xena the warrior princess. Accuracy. For those of you not old enough to get that reference, welcome to my channel. I'm kind of on the older side. Am I gonna give the last boss an actual shot? I mean, yeah. I only stop between deaths in this on this channel. What do I get? Curse room. I think that might be interesting to do. I might just might do like a curse rune run of this game, which would be really interesting. The curse runes make the levels of the enemies higher. Basically just passively makes every enemy in the game stronger. Sometimes I appreciate being able to stand on items, sometimes I don't appreciate being able to stand on items. It really depends on the moment. Wait. Wait it out. I mean, nothing give me a stack of gold. Oops. It would be wise to not just take free hits all the time. Let's go down first. Huh, Blobster. Take the helmet here now. Money. Anyways, yeah. So back onto the subject of everything. Now that I'm now they don't need to be concentrating on killing the boss. Like I do find it a little bit. I don't like the bias that we give to older games as a free pass, and I don't like the bias that we give to games. Just to get them to be like, oh, this game is amazing. I'm like, yeah, the game may have been great for its time, and I'm willing to judge it for the era it was made in, but like, even then, like, the game was at best passable. And some games are like that. Like, at the time, games were at best passable. And it bothers me when people just want to give a game a free pass because, oh man, nostalgia though. It's like, oh, I remember playing Ocarina of Time as a kid. It was such a good game. And I'm like, then people are like, oh, but then the new Legend of Zelda came out and I don't like it as much. And it's just like, I'm like, you realize that Ocarina of Time essentially made every single trope in the Legend of Zelda franchise of, like, for like all of the recent games, right? Like because you loved it so much, they have stuck to their guns on basically following the same structure of game for the past like 20 years, right? Like, it was basically because the fans were like, ah, best game ever made. Nintendo's like, alright, I guess that's what we're going with. And then their next game, Majora's Mask, was, I mean, it's basically the hipster kid's favorite Legend of Zelda, because with Majora's Mask, it was like, everyone was like, oh man, Majora's Mask uses the same system and everything. That's so bad. Why would you do that, Nintendo? And I'm like, you realize it came out a year later, right? Like, with a game of that quality, you can't just like bump it out the following day and just expect it to be the following year and just expect it to be like amazing. And Majora's Mask was a really good game in its own right, but like at the same time, like I feel like people expected too much out of it. Rangers, there we go. But like, is Ocarina of Time a good game? Yes. That's not what I'm trying not to say. I'm not saying that it isn't. Oh, the compass. Now it's pointing me up. Cool. Alright, well, let's go in here first. But like, I just think that people give it too much of a free pass. And that's my issue. And like, Ocarina of Time is one of those games where I can point it directly at and point out the immediate flaws in what's going on with that type of mentality. Because like, you try and criticize Ocarina of Time and people just basically shut down and just cry and cry and cry. Oh my god, I love Looking Forward. Stretch my jump just a little bit. Come away from that. We're up on like 20k gold. Anyways. Oh, I saw that right there. Gotten so much done this run, holy cow. But anyways, like, because Ocarina of Time was a really well-built, really well-made game overall. But I just don't like it when people think that just looking at the nostalgia factor game is a little too strong. And then I also hate when people turn around and are like, oh man, I don't like the aspect of this game, but it's exactly what people liked in the old version of the game. And then people are confused why all of a sudden they change like a major aspect of the game, and they're like, oh man, why did they change this aspect of this game? And I'm like, because people are whiny and stupid. That's the exact reason why they ended up changing it. explore? Yeah, metaphor is to explore. Okay. How's that one random chest up in the corner there? Oh yeah, right, no, I can't get that one. Okay, so I'm gonna try these little these mini bosses down below me here. Here we go. Cold. Although I took a lot of damage from that. But it does honestly bother me. Because, like, Twilight Princess is my favorite. I got stronger. Twilight Princess is my favorite, like, Zelda. It's one where I look at and people are like, well, what's your favorite one? I'm like, well, Twilight Princess. Because in my opinion, aside from, like, Wind Waker, it's the most like, the one furthest away from what Legend of Zelda kind of was. It was what I think, it was what I view Legend of Zelda as. Which is a bit more, you know, kid-friendly. And then you take us and Wind Waker, which is just bright and colorful game with a lot of personality. It's well built and extremely underappreciated. And then we get games like Twilight Princess, which is just a very much darker take on Legend of Zelda mythos. And like I enjoy Legend of Zelda. I'd really enjoy Midna as a character and stuff like that. Although there is like a number of things that I would like to have seen done differently. But like, because no game is without its flaws. I think even the Hulk card thinks he's green. I hope not. That feels like an opt-out. Wait, was this the one where I had that healing fountain in the basement that I never went to go take? Yeah. Oh shit, I can go grab that right now. Oh, hold on. Let's go back there really quick. I totally forgot that was there. Yeah, it's the closest starting point I got. Should be a pretty straightforward run there. Going on this guy. Well, pretty soon I'm going to run out of things to do in this run. Anyways, I'm going to avoid doing that room yet. Worth it. Oh. probably gonna be filled with monsters. Nope, just going in here. Distribution Cape, that's cool. Sky Sword, cool. So my character, I'm gonna die any second now. Okay, I found one of the major loot rooms in the game. Or in the map. See, I'm never, like, even if I, like, fill out the entire castle in this run, I'm not gonna end up with enough health to, like, fight the boss. There's no way in hell I end up with enough health to fight the boss. Oh, that's probably where I'm gonna die right here. Didn't even think I could do that. Good to know I can block while falling. No, let's go in and up. There goes one monster at a time. That's okay. No, I gotta be careful of that. Oh, that happened. Look at that kill count, though. I cleared out like 90% of the castle. This air killed everything. Is the basic Hokage? Should I do that? Alright. Okay, no, hold on. I'm gonna go look at the smithy. Ranger Sword. It's a 5 damage increase. Sky Sword, that's a 10 damage increase. Health, mana, more health over mana. Just looking for anything that would increase my damage. Plus 50% damage return. Yeah, I forgot that was a thing. I stocked you up on ruins, didn't I? Increase your base movement speed, multiple rune stack, making you even faster. Oh my god, I don't think I ever tried a Hokage with haste with nothing but haste runes. Although now that I think of it, I would super want to try that. Okay, got some damage, flat damage increase. Crit chance does nothing for me. $203 strength? Yeah, sure. Nothing I can buy from it. Just a little bit shy on that money. Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching what is now part 19 of my Rogue Legacy playthrough. I hope you didn't mind me bitching about old game series too much. Don't get me wrong though, I do honestly really like the old Mega Man games, and I love the Legend of Zelda franchise, and you know, Mighty Number 9 coming out soon, I am very excited for. But like, which was supposed to be mostly about Mighty Number 9, but then I got sidetracked and ranted for 30 minutes on something else. But if you guys liked what you saw, please like, please subscribe, and please comment. And I'll see you guys in the